Okay, picking up where we last left off. Let's say we for some reason needed to do this in multiple viewports. Let's say our paper was our sheet was too small, and so we have too many notes on here. Just trying to fit. Okay. So I'm going to say, for some reason, this is our match line. I have too many notes and everything around here. And so what I am going to do is two things. Now I am going to do a match line. You'll see here, this is my match line. And then one of the things I do is then I trace over what my viewport is. And then I have it selected. And so I'm going to change space. And now you can see when I go to model, here's the viewport. So now, if I want to go to my next viewport, I can take it, and if I need to adjust it over. And so I can create these nice patterns of now I know what is in each sheet cut. And then oftentimes too, I'll give you a little hint when you're doing it, you should really overlap slightly the viewports, because then that way, if you're spot on, if something gets cut down the middle like this, it's difficult to see because there's no overlap. But then when I come through here, you can see it's cut off. But when I now, let's say I'm going to then copy, so CO to copy it. And then I am going to double click to enter it. And then I am going to pan and zoom. I'm going to line this up. So what I'm doing is, this is what we had drawn, and then I lined it up. And so now you can see the rest of the drawing works. And this right here is this cut off one. So now he can see where that is. So typically, that's even the case, we might even bring this match line down some to show that this is here and this is here. And so now, because these things don't fit in one sheet, I can move or copy this. Now it's duplicated it. I'm on my second sheet. I can delete this. Take this here. Back to the first sheet. Delete. Now each sheet has my viewport. And finally, I just want to lock my viewports, correct? And that is how viewports work and how they are scaled. So they can be really tricky. A lot of people struggle with viewports. It's just something that takes getting used to setting up, and for the most part, I can do it pretty quickly. It is mainly sometimes we get into some unique circumstances, and it might take me a little bit, but the biggest thing is just double checking. You can always figure out what they are by drawing it in paper space and then pushing it through into model space. And you will see if they don't match up of what you think they should be, then that's double checking your work and you know something is off. So, but the biggest thing when it comes down to this is when you're doing plans, and AutoCAD is the whole, reason why you're doing plans, is you're here to convey your thoughts. That's why you're hired. And so if I come through and my thoughts are like this on a plan, now nobody can understand this. You're not conveying your thoughts across to the contractor. So the goal is to be able to convey your thoughts to whoever is constructing this with most cost efficient of least amount of sheets, because it costs money to print, and then while still showing the appropriate detail needed for the project. So that's where the balance comes in. So typically, if we're doing something that is low detail, we'll use 20 scale. But if we're doing something that is really intense, like a rec center or such, then typically clients will have that at 10 scale. And then if we're doing a residence, that's where we might even go, since it's a small site, then we can get it even a smaller scale on there. So, okay. Well, this is how we do viewports.